Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a granny square. So let's get started. So to start, you're going to need 4 colors of yarn, or you can do this with 1 or 2, but I'm going to be doing a different color for each row. So you'll take your first color and you're going to do your starting loop. And I'm just using my regular, I believe it's a 5mm hook. This is the one I always use. But you can use any hook size for this, it'll just make your granny square bigger. So you put your hook in your starting loop and chain 4. Then you put your hook into that first chain, wrap around and pull through 2, creating a base circle, and then chain 2. And this is going to count as a stitch. Then you're going to do 7 more double crochets into that middle hole. You should have 8 stitches total, including those first 2 chains. Then you're going to take the hook and put it into not the first 2 chains, but that first double crochet stitch underneath these 2. Like so. Wrap around, pull through, pull through. And this is going to be the first color. Take your scissors and cut it. Leave a decent amount of length so it doesn't come unraveled, just in case. And then pull it through. Sorry, I should show you that again. I kind of just did it without thinking. So we had it like this, and you just pull it through, and it kind of closes it off. So then on our next row, we're just going to crochet over this. So essentially it's going to fold over like that. Then you don't have to tuck in your string at the end. So get your second color. If you're just using one color, you do not have to cut the string. And some people do this different. This is just how I do it. I'm going to go into, so you see these were our 2 chains. I'm gonna do 1 hole behind that, put the hook through, pull it through, and just tie a knot. And then I'm gonna take these 2 and bring them around so I can crochet over them. And then put your hook through that hole again and pull the blue through, or whatever color you have. And then chain 2. So if you're just using one color, just chain 2. And then you're going to do 2 stitches into each hole. And this will count as a stitch. And you see how I have these 2 underneath, so it's just gonna crochet over them. If you learn to crochet over your, oops, I accidentally did that one too. If you learn to crochet over your string, you're gonna spend a lot less time tucking in strings. I really don't like tucking in strings. So this is the last one. Oops. It'll look like that, and then you're just going to connect it here again into that first double crochet. And you see, this one I need to tuck at the end, but those other two have been completely tucked just by crocheting over them. So if you're using the same color, just stay here. If not, cut your yarn and pull through. And we're gonna literally repeat the same thing. So going into that one before, you can really do it in any of them. This just helps you stay with your strings. Pull them around. And then if you're using the same color, this is where you would be right now, and chain 2. And you're really going to repeat that same thing, doing 2 double crochets into each hole. So be sure to get between those tighter stitches. So here, 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 between every double crochet, do 2. And I like to talk about how math and crochet go hand in hand, and this is a prime example because you're basically timesing 2 to make the circle go outward. If you only did 1, it wouldn't extend. But once you go past the 3rd row, if you keep doing 2, it becomes too big, so you have to adjust after the 3rd row, but that is for a completely different project that we are not doing. I'm just ranting a little. So you see we've almost got our strings covered up, easy peasy. This is a great crochet hack to crochet over the strings. I love it. All right, last 2, last one, and you're gonna close it off in that same way, going into the first double crochet loops, wrap around and pull through. So if you're changing color, once again, for the last time, you'll cut and pull through. And you'll grab your last color. And you'll repeat that same starting process chain 2, and actually here you will chain 3 instead of 2. So here is where we are going to do a square instead of a circle. This is going to count as a chain as we've always done it. You're gonna wrap around twice. Go through the hole, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. So it's like a double crochet, but there's a third. That extra wrap gives us the third. So let's do that again. Wrap around, go into the hole and pull through, wrap around, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. So these are going to be our corners. Then you're not going to go into like every stitch, you're going to go into every other one. So the next one would be here. And you're just going to do 3 double crochets here. And still grabbing your string to crochet over the extra strings. I almost missed it. And then you're going to go into this one here. So again, every other. So you'll have 2 double crochets in between each one. And you're just going to do a single crochet, 3 single crochets. Ooh, did I do that last one right? So you see how it's creating a straight line? Then you're going to, it's like a pattern, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that's going to create each side. So then you'll do 3 double crochets into this one. And then into the next one, you're going to do like we did here, I don't know if you'd call it a triple crochet. We will just call it a triple crochet for this video. I don't know the official term. So wrap around 2 times. Do that 3 times, 3 stitches. All right. So as you can see, this is going to be one side of the square. And this is where we create the corner. You're going to chain 3. Then you're going to go into that same one we did the 3 triple crochets in, and you're going to do 3 triple crochets again. So you see how it's getting us to the next one, and you're just going to repeat that process. So where you are here is where you started here. So you have triple crochet, double crochet, single, double, triple. So 3 double crochets into the next hole. Single crochet, 3 single crochets, and 3 double crochets, 3 triple crochets. Getting the proportions on these is really important because if you end up messing up, you can make the square kind of lopsided. So anyways, chain 3 and do 3 more triple crochets into that corner. The same stitch, oops. You see? So again, double crochet into the next stitch. We're just repeating that. And then 3 single crochets. 3 double crochets. Then 3 triple crochets. Then chain 3. And then do 3 triple crochets again. So at this point we have repeated that first little section we did here. We've just repeated this. Hopefully you've been able to catch on to that at this point. Three double crochets. And usually if you've messed up, you'll know at this point because you should have the perfect amount of spaces left for each stitch. Sometimes when I mess up, I'll have like 4 of these here and I'm like, oh, because you should have the single crochet, double crochet, and then triple crochet here. It's okay if you mess up. You can do lopsided squares with your mess up, but if you go back, it'll always look neater. So single crochet, 3 single crochets, and then 3 double crochets, and then finally we'll do 3 triple crochets into that very first hole where we started. Then chain 3, and then you're going to go into that one here. So you're not going to go into the first 3 chains, you're going to go into that first triple crochet loop here, put the hook through and wrap around, pull through, and this is where you should be. I think sometimes at the single crochets I actually do half double crochets, and I think while I was talking I just started doing single crochet. So if you don't want this little dip, I think half double crochet works better. I'm sorry for telling you that late in the game, but you can see the single crochet looks nice too, but I noticed that it's a little dipped right here, so I think I mixed up my stitches, and I would recommend doing half double crochets instead of single crochets in these 4 spots. So sorry about that. And you can cut your string and pull through. And there you have it, your first granny square. So I hope that was pretty easy and simple to follow along with you guys, and I can't wait to see all the projects you make. And thank you for joining me. Bye.